And there we go. The song has finished. I have turned it off. I know it's turned off now. And I see it's turned off. That'll be good. Anyway, welcome everyone. Glad to have you on board today. I'm your host, DrFox2000, and this is VolcanoX live stream. And thank you everyone for joining in. First off, we'll get at it. Welcome to our wonderful moderators. We have Arizona Snowman in the house. Piggy is probably picking up her person from the airport there, so she will be in later, and not a problem. And I do see C&D Boy is here as well. Great stuff. Lucas Snow will probably be along shortly. And again, it being Sunday, Joseph Fields Official may be somewhat busy, so I don't know if he'll make it in, but hi to him anyway if he does. And also others in the background that we may have there, so we are good. We are in the house, Doc. You betcha, Burger. Absolutely. And before I go on here, I do want to say deepest sympathy to those who have lost people in Copenhagen in that mall shooting. There was a mall shooting, Fields Mall, and I don't know exactly how many people have been hit or hurt or whatever. They do have a 22-year-old individual under arrest for that crime. But my sympathies go out to all of those. So, anyway, hopefully things will turn out better there. At least they've got them, and that won't be happening anymore. It's unfortunate, you know. I don't know what brings people to do that, but it is what it is, and well, I can't fix it. Hope somebody else can in the future. Let's see. Let's turn that banner off first off. There we go. And yeah, it's a sad thing. It really is, Yvonne. You know, like, why? Why do people have to do that? It doesn't make any sense to me, and it's crazy. Obviously, something is not quite right with an individual like that. So, anyway, looking at what we've got on the screen, and that is from October 17th of last year. That is Cumbre Vieja volcano in La Palma on the Canary Islands. And just so everybody knows that is going on. So, yeah, Burger. Yeah, there is no words. So, positive thoughts that everybody, yeah. Yeah, it's a sad thing, guys. It's a sad thing. You know, just how do you deal with that, right? Just randomly somebody goes nuts and does that kind of thing. They are still unsure if that was an act of terrorism or not, or just some guy who flipped out or whatever. Nevertheless, it's not good, right? And it's a sad day for them. Anyhow, let's get on to what we've got going on here and have a look at our wonderful volcanoes right after we say hello to everyone. And glad to have you all on board here today. I'm going to start, let's see, who was first? Kevin was first today. So, Kevin, you get your cookies, and there we go. I just have to find him some cookies. I put so many out there, I couldn't find them. There we go. There's Kevin's cookies for being number one today in the stream, and thanks for popping in. First, Kevin, do appreciate it. Also, yeah, well, let's go with the names. So we got Kevin. Sue Hayes is here. Burger is in the house. Yvonne Kunkel made it in. Welcome, Yvonne. Yvonne sent in some nice pictures. We're going to have a look at those. Sasha is here. Sue Hayes, B. Matt, William, welcome back. And going up some more here. Sherry Hewitt. We got Sasha already. Henry Nelson in here. We got Kevin Haynes, of course. Layla is in the house. Welcome, Layla. And going up some more. Alba Girl, Sue Hayes, Sherry Hewitt. I think I'm repeating myself. King Colin Deadman is here. And let's see. Who else? We got Alba Girl already. Going up here. Mars 2028. Welcome back. Going up some more. Looking for other wonderful names. And I know there were a few in here that I hadn't seen for a while. Henry Nelson, welcome. And Tom Dice says, hi all. Hope you're having a good weekend at a picnic. So we'll be lurking and enjoy the picnic there, Tom. And that'd be cool. Going up some more, looking for other names, and we got BMAT, and let's see, going, looking for more. Brian Perfectibility 999 is here, welcome, and going up some more to see who else I may have missed, and let's see, we got Burger, we got Sherry, Steen Agerso, I hope I pronounced that correctly, Steen, and he was the one who said not on today following terrible event in Copenhagen on TV. Yeah, that is sad. JT is also here. Welcome, JT. Glad to have you on board. And going up some more, looking for more wonderful people. Judy McClelland is in the house. Good to have you on board. Judy L. also here. And I am up as far as I could go to the top. So if I missed your name in there, like Wonky Donkey or Spooky Avocado or Jan Arts, don't be offended because you guys just came here. And welcome, glad to have you on board. Looking just to double check and make sure I didn't miss too many others on the bottom here, and hopefully we've got you all. I believe we do for now. Anyway, if I did happen to miss your name, please, like I say, don't be offended. It's not on purpose. Sometimes when I go through the list, I don't see people like Storm Chaser 1211 who grabbed that cookie and ran to the back. And all I seen was whoosh, guy going zipping by, you know. We need to stop the government here. What? Yeah, let's not get into political stuff, Jan. And yeah, that kind of stuff we don't want in here. So we'll stay away from politics. We'll stick with volcanoes. That is what the stream is all about. So if we can do that, that would be awesome. And I would really be okay with that. All right. And let's see. Well, as I said before, this was from October 17th last year. And that is Cumbre Vieja. And that is what... yeah, and all right, yeah, no worries, Jan. You know, we can understand. You know, some of it is just the way it is. We have to take everything with kind of a grain of salt sometimes, and just bite our tongue, if you will. But anyway, let's stick with the volcano, and we'll keep going. So. Anyway, I'm gonna stop this on screen, and we're gonna pop over to our wonderful Sicily, and we're gonna take a look there. Unfortunately, again, all of the cameras from their feeds on YouTube, unfortunately, are not working. So this is the best we can do for right now, since we don't have any recording from them. That, of course, is one of the closer up shots there, or sorry, pulled back shots. And normally you would see in the background, I think that's the moon up there. Normally you would see the mountain up in here and that kind of thing. This is one of the other ones that is obviously not working, and I don't think I have that one going. We can try to see. They keep turning things off, so it's hard to deal with them doing that. Let's see. Yeah, that one. It's nighttime there, so we're not going to see a heck of a lot. But anyway, while we're talking about that, we don't have that, but we certainly do have some wonderful pictures from over there. And these are compliments of Yvonne Kunkel. And I do believe there's like 23 or something like that. Lots of pictures. I did put them into a slideshow, and hopefully it will work. So I'm not sure which one is going to show first. I've set them so they show every so many seconds, 10 seconds, or no, 5 seconds or something. There's one of the craters, that's the one that has all that gassing coming out of it, with all the stuff in it. But these things are moving along here pretty quick. So some of the new flows and where the lava is coming from and going to, which is really interesting. I didn't realize there were some trees already growing in some of those places. And again, you can see some of the lava flows on these wonderful pictures. There you go. That looks pretty awesome, you guys. And that's where that new flow came down and dumped into that area. So didn't get much vegetation because there wasn't a heck of a lot there. So nature returns. Yep, nature's going to take it back over eventually. Well, the lava portion is nature as well, when you really think about it. So nature recycling the land, and that is pretty awesome. And this, of course, is all of Mount Etna. That is beautiful to see the different areas and the way everything is popped out there. So if you have any questions, that would actually be something you'd want to ask Yvonne in relationship to any of these. And I'll be happy to try to bring up individual photos if required. Some of those lava flows look pretty interesting. Some of the fissure views are really awesome as well. So must be a great soil with lava in it. Yeah, after a few dozen years, it starts to get a little bit better. It's a little different than, if you've got lava flowing over top of it, is a whole bunch different than just getting some ash onto your soil and mixing it in. The ash being mixed in, yeah, that'll add nutrients to it and make things go, right? But as far as looking at, there's that crater. I like him. He's a nice crater, but he's quiet. In that shot, there wasn't anything coming out of it. Was the flow coming out of different fissures? Oh, well, originally, yes. You had the flow coming out of the one from on the side of the mountain. There was actually two, one at 2,800 meters, and the other one at 1,900 meters. And those were both vents that poured out a lot of this stuff on the side, as well as the material that came from the top of the hill. That was a different vent as well. So 3 different sources from these flows. That's kind of what it looked like. So pretty awesome. Anyway, I'll leave that be. We'll turn that guy off, and we will get back over to where we were, and maybe, let's see, there, okay, close. Anyway, weather Sicily, like I say, unfortunately, they're not working on their YouTube streams. They've all gone down, so maybe once the weekend is over, they'll get things going again tomorrow. Today is Sunday, the 3rd of July, after all, here in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. It may be Monday already for some of you. So not a problem, not a worry. Anyway, we will carry on. Let's take a look over at Iceland and see what is happening there. And we will have a quick peek. There is Ragnar. And Ragnar, of course, doing its thing late afternoon / evening. Actually, hang on, it is evening. It's 8:10 p.m. there. So if we back up a few hours, and unfortunately we only have about 4.5 hours to back up with, so we'll go back 4.5 hours and just kind of have a look, and then a little bit more daylight. But still looks the same. We do see some off-gassing and still some heat. Looks like the heat is going up in some spots. In a fumarole state, this can happen for years. So I'm not going to say that, this thing is going to reignite. We don't know. They have downgraded it from a yellow to a green. So sleep well, Ragnar, for now, and please come back to life when you can. And heat still, yep, there is definitely some heat coming out of there, but give it time. We're gonna have heat in there for a long time yet. You got to remember the area underneath here. This is 1,000 feet down to the ground, and I can guarantee you within that 1,000 feet there is still hot molten lava down there, and I wouldn't want to be digging it up and playing in it. Okay, that's why I was so panicky when I seen these guys wandering on the lava or on the basically the lava field, and then climbing up on the crater the other day. That was absolutely crazy as far as I'm concerned. We did have the other pictures from the still cam of Nothaggy Valley, but because of the rain and everything, the views were absolutely horrible. So I'm not going to even worry about that. You can see what it is going on there on the screen, obviously. So clouds are sitting low, and that is what we're seeing, unfortunately. A quick peek at Reykjavik, the capital city, and there you can see the sun is getting ready to do its deep dive. And of course there's the wonderful city. And this is from the Perlin Center, looking at basically downtown area. And downtown is right in here, and it is pretty cool. So that's what they're looking at. There's also an airport in here. I think that might be a part of it right here. So here and here. Pretty cool, but yep, downtown sitting over there. That's what we've got there, and looking not too bad. But getting back to Ragnar, that is what we see today, and unfortunately it's not doing anything that we would love to see, and that is erupt, of course. Welcome back, Yvonne. And moving over to the harmonic tremor chart, and we're going to have a quick peek at that. As we see, I did refresh it not too long ago. I'm going to do it again though, just to make sure we have exactly everything up to date. And there we go. So we see that we did have some small seismic stuff mixed in here, but we are nowhere near an eruption state or anything like that. And that is kind of makes you wonder what we got happening in the future. And that is kind of what we're seeing. So some little spikes kind of note where they are. And this one being a little bit taller, that's almost midday or just after midday. We'll go down to the Grindavik chart and see if that looked a little different there. And let's see if we can get to that real quick. There it is. And there's the Grindavik one. We do see that spike there, but again, it's not overly large, and this one either. So I think things are pretty quiet and normal around there. So we're going to take a look and see what we've got. Mount Rainier has been lightly steaming for 120 years since the last eruption in 1894, with no end in sight. That is interesting, Mars 2028. And also want to throw in there Mount Shasta in the U.S. also did something the other day where there was some extra smoke coming out that is kind of unexplainable. But we'll talk about that later. Anyway, this is what we've got here. So I'm hoping that we will see something on our earthquake maps that will correlate to our little spikes there. And there we go. Earthquake map. And come on, computer. You can do it. There we go. So, yeah, we do have some activity here. And it's interesting, but a little swarm out here in the water, and not too much. We see one right on top of Katla, and that's interesting. And we do see these here, a small little cluster, and that is going still. Hey, Cliff Helm from Lethbridge, Alberta, welcome, and glad to have you back. And we now have Edmonton rain. You have Edmonton? No, don't blame that rain on us. That came over from Saskatchewan and then curled down and came right through. So it's Saskatchewan rain, Cliff. It's from Saskatchewan. Remember that. And it's going to curl around again and go back into Saskatchewan. So that's how it's going to work. We're hoping. Anyway, let's go right to the top of the map here and zoom out a little bit. We don't see anything way out in the water, but we do have a few little guys here. Quick peeks at all of them just to get an idea of what's going on. We got 1.2, 8.6 kilometers down from yesterday at 1825. I'm not really interested in that. Going to this guy here, 1.1, also from yesterday at 2046, 10.7 kilometers down for that 1.1. Going down, we see, oh, that wasn't one. There he is, 1.0 there. That may be yesterday's as well. And it is 1438, 1.0, 7.5 kilometers down. Not seeing anything else out there. I think we'll keep going. Zoom down into the Astja area. And on this map, we're not seeing anything on here at Astja today, or his little friend over here. And makes a guy wonder. Sliding out here kind of halfway between Bardabunga and Grimsvatn. Grimsvatn is here, Bardabunga up there. We have these two 1.0s, and they are, this one is from today, 7:49 a.m., 3.2 kilometers down, and of course a 1.0 magnitude. Same with this one, 1.2. Happened at 8:54 a.m. and that is 10.1 kilometers down. So that gives you a pretty good idea. Mount Shasta has been quiet for about 300 years. It's been long enough for it. I wouldn't be particularly surprising to see if it started to wake up. That is true, Mars. I think it definitely could. Anyway, right smack dab in the middle of Katla, and there we go. and it's in the ice, 100 meters down, 2.6. That is from yesterday, 1745 was the time on it. So that's what we're seeing there. I'm not sure if that's going to do anything else, but if it's all alone by itself, usually one single quake isn't going to scare anyone unless it's a very large quake. It's when you have multiples, say you have a bunch of these like this, then you start to wonder, so what the heck is going on? This one from 1:58 a.m., it is a 1.7 magnitude, 6.7 kilometers down. This guy here, 1.4 in magnitude, 6.9 kilometers down from yesterday at 15:06. Then we've got this 1.8 right here. This is from today, 10:19 a.m. and 9 kilometers down, 1.8 in magnitude. And let's check these other two out. 3 out. Okay, 1.1 happened yesterday, 15:45, 6.6 kilometers down. This guy, 1.4, 5.2 kilometers down, 16:28 yesterday. And is this new? No, this is from yesterday as well. 15:35 was the time on that 1.6, and it was 5.3 kilometers down. So not new, and that is okay. I'm not going to worry about those guys. And we'll slide over here a little bit. And before we get to that mess, we'll check and see what's going on here. And out by our wonderful lake out here, we're seeing a 2.3. That is from yesterday, 16:09, and 5.1 kilometers down. He's got a friend right beside him, 1.3. 4.6 kilometers down yesterday at 16:08, and then another 1.5 at 16:06, and that was 4.9 kilometers down as well. And those are yesterday's, so not going to worry about them so much. Pardon me. We do have a 1.0 over here in Navkriki, and sorry, a 1.1, and that is 7.2 kilometers down. Did happen at 8:12 a.m. today. And for those who aren't familiar, that is not Kriki, and this is not Hagi, and this is Geldingadarler, and this is where Ragnar actually sits. And you've got Meridalier there, and then what we refer to as Upper Meridalier on this side. So pretty cool, pretty awesome. And then that flows down into here. That's what we're looking at. So that is the area over there, and 1.1. Interesting to see that, and not sure what to make of it, but it's there. Anyway, sliding out a little bit, getting to the tip of the peninsula, we have a 1.0 out here from yesterday at 23:18, 5.6 kilometers down, and I do believe we looked at that guy. And then we zoom out and we go all the way out to this. And this is, to me, is a little bit odd because most of it is going this way. You'd think it'd be going this way. Kind of different. But we'll take a look at some of these and see what is happening. So we'll check that 1.6 up here. 2013 yesterday, 1.6 and 10 kilometers down. 1.5 right here. Today at 2:09 a.m. or sorry, 2:08. 1.5 in magnitude, 15.5, 15.3 kilometers down. Holy mackerel! I'll get them right yet. This one yesterday, 2013, 16 kilometers down, 1.5. Then we've got a 1.7 here from today, 1:43 a.m. 10 kilometers down. We also have a 2.9, 13 kilometers down, and that was yesterday's 15:26 for that 2.9 from yesterday. And then we've got a bunch more here. that are interesting. We're not going to hit every one of them, but we'll take a look at a few here. 14.1 kilometers down for this 1.9 from 12:43, and will I get into this 2.5, 9:17 a.m., 13.3 kilometers down. The other 2.5, 12.1 kilometers down from 9:06 a.m. And then we have another 2.0 over here, 13 kilometers down, 15:51 from yesterday as far as the time. And then let's see, we'll check this 1.9 here as well. That's yesterday's also, 10.8 kilometers down, 1.9 in magnitude, 15:47 was the time on that. Couple other ones here. We'll just take a peek at these. 1.6 from yesterday, this 1.5 from today at 43 minutes after midnight, 10.3 kilometers down, 1.5 in magnitude. 1.4 here is from yesterday as well. And what about this 1.6, yesterday's? So we do have a combination of yesterday's and today's in here, but most of them are spread out this way, and I find that a little bit odd. Usually you'd see them going the opposite direction here, but hey, that's okay. Mother Nature does things in her way, and we're not going to argue with her. Going to pop over to the other map real quick, and in addition to what we've seen there, they downgraded that one. What is there? Oh, okay, I've seen that. There was that 1.9 that we've seen there. We do have a few other ones here. From 7:25 a.m., a 0.92, 5.7 kilometers down. That is Meridalia. Then we have a 0.05, 12.2 kilometers down, 2:44 a.m. We have that 0.25, 7.1 kilometers down, 5:34 a.m. as well as 3:37 a.m. a 0.41, 5.65 kilometers down. So we do have a little bit of activity in there, and of course the green arrow here, or green triangle, is indicating where Ragnar is. And that kind of gives you a pretty good idea. We do have a little bit of seismic activity. Still wanting to check around here though, seeing how everything was bad before. Want to check depths, and this 11:17 a.m. 0.27, 4.4 kilometers down. Nice to see that it is a little further down. This is shallow. This still may be on the edge of where that upheaval is settling. 0.15 and 135 meters down, 2220 yesterday. This one here, 0.79, or just about 0.8 kilometers down, 7:37 this morning for a 0.46. And that is all good there. Right close to town, this guy from today's 7:14 a.m., 5.8 kilometers down, 0.36. So I'm not going to worry so much about those. These are newer here, and 6.5, or just about 6.6 kilometers down, 13:45 was the time on it for the 0.69. The 0.73 right there, 10:01 a.m., 5 kilometers down, 0.73. And then we also have this guy here, 0.65, 4.4 kilometers down, 12:01. So pretty cool. 3-minute warning. Thank you. Yep, I got it. I'm keeping an eye on that. It's actually about 1 minute now. So looking pretty good. So we do have a bunch of smaller ones out there. Quick peek over here at Astra. We do see a whole bunch of small ones in Grimsvatn area and Bardabunga area. So a lot of movement happening there. And not so much over here in Astra. We've got this 0.34 from 7:26 this morning, 4.6 kilometers down roughly, and this guy is from yesterday at 21:14, 0.4, 3.1 kilometers down, and that's kind of it. But yeah, interesting to see that we have all these little ones in here as well, and that is pretty awesome. So we'll see what happens, and they didn't report those on here, and I'm surprised at that. You'd think that we have a few more of those ones showing up, but hey, didn't happen, guys. Didn't happen. So it's okay, but we've seen what we've got, and that's pretty good for right now. All right, so with that, I see somebody's already calling Poppet. Stop that, you guys. Don't call the cat. I value my life. Anyway, Poppet is in charge there right now, and you got to understand, Piggy is not home, and Poppet is manning the phone. So please don't aggravate Poppet. All right, I don't need the kraken of cost to come after me. Anyway, please, for those wonderful people who have not yet hit that like button, give it a quick shot. That would really be awesome, and definitely helps us out, because that is the most economical and best way to help out the stream. YouTube analytics takes over after you've bopped it, and that really helps out. And on that note, also, if you haven't subscribed yet, we do have subscriber mode turned off for right now. So you can chat without subscribing, but we do or will turn subscriber mode on if we end up getting spam in here again, and that's how we take care of those guys. So that's it. I'm your host, DrFox2000, here in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. And I'm going to take a 5-minute breather, keep smiling, play nice in the lava field, and I'll be back. the microphone is back on. Welcome back, everyone. I'm your host, DrFox2000, and you are watching VolcanoX live stream. Glad to have you all on board here. And of course, what's on screen right now is from October, what was it, 17th? Yeah, or 19th. Let me double check, I forgot. 17th, yep, October 17th of 21 last year, and that was Cumbre Vieja erupting when it was going great guns there. So that's kind of what we've seen. Anyway, let's zip around. I see a few more people popped in. Nice to have you guys on board, and welcome to the newcomers there. Kananaskis country is in the room, and let's see. Wonky Donkey made it in. Spooky Avocado was here. Who else did I miss? Sherry Hewitt we got already. And anyway, if there's others. Oh, Maria. Welcome. The Matoma. Welcome back, Maria. And I think we're good here for right now as far as names. If I did miss someone like Sharon Stewart or something, don't be offended. I will make sure that we say hi to all of you. Gura is in here as well. Welcome back, Gura. Anyway, let's kind of park that where it is, and we will go zipping around to some other volcanoes and see what's happening around the world. So very quickly, we'll pop over to the Azores. And not a heck of a lot happening in the Azores. Oh, I gotta put that one on there. All right, we'll do that during the bacon seeds. We'll put that on as far as the drinks are concerned. Okay. Anyway, Azores. Let me get myself onto that screen. So we can talk about those. There you have it. Of course, you can see Pico Island off in the distance, and Mount Montana is over here, hiding in the cloudwork. There is that harbor that we always see, and part of town down here. We are on the island of St. George, and if you want to say it in Spanish, Sao Jorge. Sao Jorge. If I said it correctly, I hope I did. But I'm going to call it Sao George because they're interchangeable, and that's what I know best. Anyway, looking at the ocean, the seas are not that rough today. We don't see a heck of a lot of white water here, so that indicates that we're pretty good. And let's move on to the next camera. Harry Styles, what? Concert stopped. That's not good. Anyway, there is the other harbor, not to be confused with the first one, and we do see some sailing ships out there anchored, and looks pretty clear for the most part. So weather, we know it's always variable and changing and doing different things there, so it's kind of unique that way. And let's take a look at what we have for earthquakes. So out there on St. George, and make that screen just a little bigger, and looks like we've had a few more than I seen earlier here. So we'll go through them. 1:11 a.m. 1.6, and that is right on the island. Same thing with this one at 2.0 from 1:21 a.m. Then at 6:17 a.m. you had a 1.6, and we're moving along. 1.5 at 10:04 a.m. and then at 11:49 a.m. another 1.6. And those are all on the island, and definitely in that zone that has been giving all the quakes, and there it is right there. So that is the area that we got to watch out for. and that is quite unique and interesting. We'll see what happens. The uplift area, though, was over here on this side, so it wasn't really right where this is, and that's always unique. Let's take a look at the other map. We're going to refresh this one since there were so many more quakes, and let's make that bigger. We don't see anything else out in any other portions of the water, so it's just those 5 that we have on St. George, and there they are 19 hours ago, 2.2, 1.69 hours ago, 1.9, 14 hours ago, 11 hours ago for the 1.5, and the other 2.0 here, 19 hours ago. Their sizes are slightly different than the ones we just looked at. I'm not sure why, but everybody's got their own thing, so who knows. Anyway, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's exactly what we see on the chart here. Quick peek at that. Of course, that's going to do that to me again, and there we go. We can see we have 2 of them right at the surface, and looks like 1 down here at 8 kilometers and 2 down here at 9 kilometers, and that's what we're seeing. Echo the bot, echo the bot, echo the bot is here, is here, is here. Welcome, Echo the bot. Glad to have you on board. And that's our 5 earthquakes, so all accounted for, and I'm happy with that. We can move on to other bigger and better things, and let's pop over to Popocatépetl, where it is buffering right now. I don't know why I had it not buffering earlier. We're going to redo that. They'll probably want to show commercials here. While that is doing that, this is one of the other views of Popocatépetl. Actually not that bad considering the big storm that they've got off the coast. There it is, not buffering anymore. And we do see that it is not bad. And if we go back in a time, and I'm hoping we can go back far enough during the night, there we go, 11 and a half hours ago at 4:03 a.m. You can see how bright the stars were shining, but you also see how much light is being emitted by Popocatépetl. So we know that there is hot lava in that crater. It's not just blowing smoke, you guys. There is lava in there. Okay, as you can see, it is lit up, and boy, those stars really look bright, don't they? That is pretty cool and pretty awesome, and yeah, I like it. Okay, and when we went back, this is about 10 hours ago, we couldn't see it. 10 and a half hours ago is this, and that wasn't too bad at all. You can definitely see it is still lit up, so that is pretty neat. Time travel, yes, we are good at that. Going back and forth in time. Time is just a relative concept anyway, just something to appease man. Anyway, looking at it, 7:33 a.m. is what it looked like there. Not bad, a little bit of off-gassing still happening, but not as bright because the sunlight hides most of the goodness. And moving on, about 6 hours ago, that's what we were seeing. And we'll go back to live right now, which is what we see there. Most of that snow that we had is pretty much gone. There's still a few little spots, but nothing major to worry about. And like I say, this is from the other angle, not bad. And then we have this view, and that is not bad as well. So we do have clouds in the area, but Popocatépetl for the most part is looking awesome but quiet, and we know it's got some hot lava in there and glowing stuff. let's take a look here at this other one. This is Volcán Fuego de Colima. And that, of course, is Fuego de Colima, south of Guadalajara, Mexico, and not to be confused with the other Fuego that we've got. And I'm looking to see if we can see anything, and it really doesn't look like it. So we're going to skip this guy, since he's in the clouds. He's back here somewhere, and I'm sure it hasn't gone away. I'm sure it's just a matter of clouds. Metal Omi 54, welcome back. Glad to have you on here. Anna Wallner also here. Welcome, Anna. Glad to have you here. And let's carry on with going to Fuego. This is Fuego in Guatemala, and not seeing anything bright coming out of it either. And that could be because of those storms that we do have in Central and Central America, and we can take a look at that really quickly. That's kind of a problem there. Looking at this Talica, still not the same. Same picture, camera isn't fixed. There is our shot of Momotombo and Nicaragua, and of course we can't see it either due to the clouds. And we will pop over to Messiah, and this is also Nicaragua, Messiah volcano. That you can definitely tell it is off-gassing and steaming. And when I add the term steaming, there's a lot of moisture that gets into these calderas, and they will evaporate and throw everything back out. So if it's raining, you're going to see a lot of steam, and that is pretty cool and awesome. All right, moving that back to where it should be. Let's keep going around the clock here. This, of course, is our shot of Merapi, and Merapi not doing so well today. Come on, turn on. There we go. As far as video coverage, the volcano itself, I'm sure, is doing just fine, but I didn't see a heck of a lot of lava flowing off of this. And part of the problem, of course, was the clouds, and it's horrible when you can't see the darn thing. I'm just going back a few hours back here, and that is about 2 hours ago. So we had a little tiny bit up top. I really couldn't tell what the heck is going on, and that was kind of what we seen there. I'm just trying to find, there's one here. If we back up a little bit, another 10 seconds or so, and yeah, you can see that material rolling down. Unfortunately, they don't have the good camera up here. They're looking at the back side of the darn thing, and doesn't do us any good when the lava is on the other side. But that is what we are seeing. So sorry, I have to say collectively too much of one little finger. Uh-oh. What happened with one little finger? Oh my God, don't do too many things with one little finger. Yep, sparkling. Yeah, we do have some of that, but not enough. Really not enough. Yeah, that is kind of neat. I like it, but it'd be better if we seen it dead on. I mean, that's almost the same angle as this guy here, and I wish we had this angle on the thermal. That would be pretty cool. Anyway, we'll leave Merapi alone and move on to our next volcano, and that is Semeru, and again it is buffering. That is the story of my life, and yeah, lots of buffering going on. Let's see if we can get onto that one and see if we can fix the buffering. I'll redo it real quick here and see if that'll stop it. Of course they want to throw in commercials. Why not? That's probably why it's buffering. Yeah. There we go, and still put us back to the same time, looking at 9 minutes after midnight, and I don't believe that's right. So we do see a little bit of light right in the top of the crater there, but not a heck of a lot. So I'm pretty sure we're not going to see that much of it. Here's the other one. I'm going to just refresh that, see if we... Nope, we don't have any Krakatoa today, unfortunately, and I don't think even this one is working properly, so not going to worry about it. Actually, I want to go back to, let's see, the other one here for a second, and the Merapi screen, and let's take a look. We have a different one here, so... And yeah, this one is, the sun is up. Is that the sun? I think it's the sun. It should be up. Yep, that was sunrise. And what you are seeing is Ruapehu, and that is in southern island of northern island of New Zealand. And if we give you a little peek here, this is the sunrise shot for you. Oh, hang on, let's fix that screen so you can actually see that. There's a sunrise shot for you of Ruapehu, and that is pretty awesome. And we do like it, but it is, if we go back to live, as the sun came up, you see it getting brighter and brighter and going higher and higher, and looked pretty awesome. And there is live, maybe. There we go. Yep, Ruapehu, not seeing any plumes come off of it or anything like that, so we are good for now. And there we go, it's playing, it's live. Whoop, not quite. There we go. All right, that is what New Zealand is looking like right now, and we like it. Okay, I'm going to put it back on this one so I know where to find my pages. We'll pop over here and take a quick look in Japan and see what we've got happening there. And I'm not liking that. That looks horrible. And that is, of course, a fog that moved in. Maybe that's who got the fog. This morning, the weatherman said that it was foggy at my place. And, of course, the weather is still quite sunny. We had zero fog, but I see we do have fog out at Sakurajima. So maybe they messed up and got Edmonton and Sakurajima mixed up. That's the only thing I could think of. But anyway, that is from earlier. They did have some interesting fog in there. It was clear for a while. But during the night, it definitely wasn't all that foggy. It was dark, and we do see that in this particular shot. I was trying to go back and see if we can see it glowing as well. And so far, I hadn't had any luck finding any points where we could actually see it glow. So I'm not sure if it was or if it was just too cloudy to be able to see it, and that is kind of unfortunate. Yeah, you can't see anything there, so pretty bad that way, but we'll put this one back to live so I know where he's at. That is what the conditions are like right now at Sakurajima in Japan. Here's our longer range shot. Our ice cream boats are in, both of them, by the looks of it. So if you run down, you can get an ice cream real quick. Just remember, take your umbrella. It's raining. It's down this street, down here, and then hang a left and down to the docks. Make sure you don't miss the walkway, okay? Otherwise, you'll end up in the water. and they have sharks and octopus in their water. All right. It's not fog. The lava truck needs a service. Oh no, don't tell me you blew the gasket. Oh, oh boy. Trevor, what am I going to do with you, man? I told you, keep it under 2400 RPM. Oh boy. Yeah, you probably got antifreeze into it, and that's why it's putting all that whitish smoke out. Darn it! Yep, yummy octopus, and that is the way it is. Anyway, yeah, no worries. Yeah, we'll just take it out of your pay. Okay? Oh boy. That's it. Next, close up of Sakurajima, and nope, nothing for a close up today. Tow the boat. Tow the boat? I don't know. I want to tow the boat. You will bow. What? Blow your ring seals. Ah, is that what happened? And the ring seals. I got to do a whole motor job. That's going to be really bad. Anyway, there you go. That is, of course, Mount Fuji. I'm thinking motors here, man. I'm trying to take that motor apart in my head. Yep, Mount Fuji. It looked better in the dark, actually. Going back a little bit. Actually, that was kind of neat looking right there. It's kind of a real weird cloud, the way it developed up top. It almost looks like it's erupting, and that was kind of hilarious. But actually, take a look at this. This is pretty cool right in here. If you see this, this beautiful lenticular cloud, and you can see it's starting to get lit up by the sun up on the top here. But watch what happens as I advance it here. And going 5 seconds at a time. Ignore all the flies. But doesn't that look like this thing is erupting, guys? What do you think? Would you say that would be erupting? I mean, when you're seeing that, that's what you would think. So we'll take a picture of that, and we'll say that's our Mount Fuji erupting shot. So that is pretty cool. But we all know different. We all know that that is just a lenticular cloud sitting on top, stacked up in multiple layers, and the sunshine is hitting it. And that is what we're looking at. Looks like an ice cream cone. You know, that's a good point. It does too. Thanks, Sue. A beautiful cap cloud. Yep. Lenticular cap, and pretty awesome. I love seeing that. Dr. Fox, if you were replacing a motor in the lava truck anyway, maybe you can convert it to electric. Gas is way too expensive these days. Actually, Mars, we have a new one. It's a thermal regenerator, and it uses the heat from the lava to actually power it, and thermal converter basically, and they're similar to the ones that they're using on the space station now, but they're a little bit more efficient, and we didn't pay anywhere near what NASA paid for them, so pretty cool. It was a good deal. Anyway, looking at it, there you go. That is Mount Fuji, and I think that is pretty darn awesome to be able to see that. Or Peleus, Rose by any other name. Could be. I don't know if we call that a rose, but that is neat. I like it, and it's not often that you see unusual things like this. So it's a worthy occasion, and I kind of like it. Use lava to the engine. Yep, we're transferring the power of the lava, the heat of the lava, over into electricity, and then using the electricity to power the wheel motors on the lava truck. That's how it works. Anyway, awesome shot there, you guys, and I figured I'd share that with you. It only lasts a few moments in life, and that is something that you will probably not see again, or very rare. Okay, so burn that image into your mind that you've seen the top of Mount Fuji all lit up like that. So pretty cool. Moving on to our next one, I'm gonna just forward that. There we go. Back to our live picture, and that's what we see there. It is raining in that area apparently. I've seen some raindrops falling. And speaking of rain, ASO San is not visible. Normally it's back in here. We see these clouds coming across as well. Nobody in the parking lot right now. It must be either too early or Sunday. It may be, I think it's Sunday. And there's no one there. And that's what we're seeing. Nobody there and nothing to see. So we're pretty good with that. Let's take a look and see if Taal is going. I'm going to pop over there real quick. If I can find it. Yeah, Taal is still pretty dark, but it is on. And unfortunately, they're not. YouTube degraded it again. All right, and there we see Taal, and I do see a cloud out here. I'm not sure what the heck is going on with that, but it is there, you guys. Not sure. I do see I'm way over my break time here, and it is time to go have that wonderful break. And I'm going to, yeah, it's not daylight yet. We'll see what happens shortly. All right, 3:04, so I'm going to put it back on the other one. We'll get it back to some lava for you guys for in the meantime. And please enjoy the lava. For those people who have not yet hit that like button, do really consider hitting the like. Would really help us out. And I'm trying to just move it ahead to a point where we can see things. There we go, and we'll leave it right there. I'll let you guys watch the lava from October 17th last year, Cumbre Vieja in La Palma. And I am going to go take a 5-minute breather. After I come back, we will take a look at bacon seeds for today. So please don't go away. Keep smiling and play nice on the lava. If you haven't yet hit that like button, guys, please give it a quick bop. Really, I want to see if we can get that over that 100 mark today again, and push it a little bit. So that would be awesome. And for those who have not yet subscribed, please do consider subscribing if you are new. And right now the doors are still open as far as I know. I'm going to double check, make sure that we do have that open. Yep, anyone can come in. So we are not in subscriber only mode, and that is only going to be turned on if we have spam coming in here. And on that note, remember, when I come back, we will have bacon seeds. I'm your host, DrFox2000, here in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. I will be back in 5 or so minutes. Thank you. welcome or welcome back, everyone. I'm your host, DrFox2000. You are watching a VolcanoX live stream, and thank you, everyone, for the welcome backs from Sue and Alba Girl and Kevin Haynes and B-Matt saying 5x5. All really cool. And a big thank you to Metal Omi 54 for that 1999 super chat. And as she said, anyone up to match it? So that sounds like a challenge to me. And, welcome everyone. Glad to have you guys on board. Thanks, Mars, for the welcome back. Same with Grandma B, who is now in the house also. Good to see you. And all good, you guys. So let's get on. And what? Dry inside, Brian. Oh, dry? It's what do you mean it's dry inside? Okay, never mind. This is not part of my conversation. Pouring rain all day. Okay. Well, if it's pouring rain, that's better than pouring cats and dogs. Anyway, lovely lava on the screen. I'm going to pause that, though. Use my powers. There we go. We've paused a volcano in midstream, and that is pretty awesome. Better than being flooded inside. You bet. It's always that way, Bob. Hot here. Okay, cool. Or hot. Anyway, let's pop over to our bacon seeds. I did say bacon seeds, and we are going to look at them. And please, really, don't make a pig out of yourself, okay? We don't want that. Anyway, let's get on to our bacon seeds, and there we go. First, a picture of the day, and I see spots. I see lots of spots. Can anybody tell me how many spots they see? Never mind, there are too many spots. And we love spots. Allie, welcome, Allie. And pointing up, not sure what that's about, but yeah, I am back. And okay. Okay, has anybody counted the spots? Wow, Sharon Stewart, that is awesome. Sharon Stewart, I'm writing that down and making sure we've got that. 1999, that is awesome, Sharon, and thank you very kindly for that. Do appreciate it, and that's a little confusing. Why is one orange and the other one is not orange? Doesn't make sense. Okay, weirdish things. They're both the same amount. Why would one be a different color? They should both be orange, shouldn't they? Weird. YouTube. I don't know. Don't understand it. Anyway, let's get back to our bacon seeds. Did anybody count those spots yet? Thank you very kindly, Sharon Stewart, for that wonderful matching Metal Omi 54's 1999. That is all good. Next bacon seed. that is this lovely little picture. And of course, this is how you feed the babies when mama isn't there. So baby looks like he's in adorable hands. So being taken care of, we like it. Next one is, of course, these little guys, and 3 little piggies. And look at the smiles on their faces. I gotta love it. They are beautiful little guys. We definitely like those. That's awesome. And next bacon seed is these. These are little guys. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 really tiny little bacon seeds in here. And they are very small. But they have their eyes open already, so they gotta be a little bit aged, but still very tiny. At least most of them have their eyes open. A couple of them still don't. And yeah, aren't they cute? Little ones, just tiny little wee ones. And let's get on to the next one. And here is, you've got a butterfly collection. I don't know about that butterfly collection in that jar. Wow. BMAT, that is awesome. BMAT, thank you for matching that. 1999. You are a wonderful person. Thank you, and I do appreciate that. Okay, I used the match. Quick, throw that thing. Throw it in a volcano. And we do appreciate that. So thanks, BMAT. Excellent super chat, William. So thank you kindly. And of course, that is our second last little bacon seed of today. And I hope that was just for taking the picture there, that that little guy was in there. Hopefully he's all good. And here's our last bacon seed, and I'm not sure, but if you're reaching for your remote control, be careful what button you push. Okay. And on that friendly note, those are our wonderful bacon seeds for today, you guys. And thank you, Piggy, for sending those in. And we really do appreciate those wonderful bacon seeds. And that is awesome. And Piggy does a wonderful job with that on a daily basis. All right. We did kind of scoot around and had a look at our Japanese volcanoes before. Really not that much different there at Sakurajima. And actually it looks like it's getting foggier and rainier. But we do see both boats are in. So if you are having ice cream, you can go get some. And just remember, you can see the road here, and it goes down this way. And make sure you hang a left down here. You see the lights down there? That's where you hang a left and go down to the boat dock. And you'll see the big signs that say ice cream. And they will have all those different flavors for you guys. And that is really cool. Anyway, not anything else to really look at there at Sakurajima. We did want to take a look here. That is Mount Fuji again. That was Aso. And of course, this one here in Japan, this is Suwanoshi-jima. And it is horribly hard to see it because of the distance involved and the fact that the camera is located on a different island. But because of the storms and bad clouds in the area, we don't see a heck of a lot of anything. You can kind of sort of see the edges of the volcano there, and I can assure you it is there. It's just not visible right now. So we'll leave that guy alone. Let's pop back over to Taal volcano, and it is a lot lighter there at Taal. I see that cloud is still hanging there, and that is really interesting. That that cloud's been there for a while. It's just like no wind blowing it away anywhere, and that is probably from being heated up a little bit and created some condensation above the actual volcano's caldera here, and it does look pretty cool. Let's see. Okay. Okay, Ali, just so you understand, this is not a dating site, okay? So please, no asking for people's ages, no asking for personal information. Just so you are very aware of that. This is not that kind of a stream. This is the volcano stream. If you've got things to say with volcanoes, then we're all ears. But let's keep it to that subject matter, and we're good with that. And moving along, so Taal, of course, in the Philippines and doing its thing. let's pop over back to North America. We'll take a look there and see what we've got. Lots of people out and about. Looks like it is really windy there in Yellowstone National Park. And of course, it being the 4th of July long weekend, we're going to see people out all over the place. So that is what it is. Itchy fingers here, yes, Arizona. I see that. And yeah, Ali, like I said, if you need to go find yourself a mate somewhere, try a dating site. Okay, this is not a dating channel. So, yeah, Arizona just said that too. That's pretty cool. So, yeah, this is not a dating center. This is a stream about volcanoes. So let's keep it into that subject matter. And that is pretty awesome to see Yellowstone still doing its thing, being full of people, and hopefully not too many bad guys running around there. Yep, New York Cam, have a great time there. Yep, New York Cam, Ali, that's where you want to go. New York Cam, that's a good place for dates. All right, if you want to meet girls. But not here. Anyway, love what we see, and that is pretty good. All right, since we're doing that, let's get over and see what Hawaii looks like real quick. And I want to make sure we get on there. There we go. Tetra renewed membership, and thank you, Tetra. Just going to write that down. Tetra renew membership. There we go. And thank you. That is excellent. Glad that you're on board, Tetra, and I appreciate your support. And that is awesome. Okay, where was I going? I was going to Hawaii. Hey, I told you I turned that off. How did that turn itself back on? Makes you wonder. Anyway, this photo from, what was it, 18 something, hang on, turning that on, 1831 is the time of it, and that is what we've seen. It appears that the bridge area here, or that big chasm that we had kind of in here before, has filled itself in. So that lava tube is now underneath, and for refilling the tow area. And I was wondering what was going to happen here, and that is a little bit weird looking, but that is a large volcano creature. Yeah, it is. That is, of course, the pond in Kilauea, the lava pond within the caldera, and that is pretty awesome looking. Let's refresh it and get a current view, and that is what it looks like right now. So that is pretty awesome. We do see over here on the right hand side some steam. I think the lava tube is broken a little bit, but we do still know that that is where the lava is coming in on this end and flowing in this way, and then you will now have a lava tube underneath this bridge going into the tow area. So pretty awesome. We are still about 1 to 2 meters down. I think at least 2 meters down as far as lava level is concerned, and it would have been a lot lower had the lava pump truck not broke down, and we would have been all right. Okay, moving on. There is from yesterday a very smoky main primary vent here, and same thing with down where that little divider is. Do the lava tubes have air pressure? Not, well, yes and no, Tetra. It depends on how they are structured inside. And I wouldn't want to call it air pressure, but it could be gas pressure. Different types of gases as the magma comes out and it flows and starts flowing in as becoming lava. Once oxygen really hits it on the surface, it has a tendency to want to give off more gas. So if it's within a tube, it could be creating a little bit more gas in that tube and actually help to drive the flow. But again, it depends on the way it is structured. It doesn't necessarily have to follow that rule, but it's just depends on how it's the situation is, and that's always the hard part. Anyway, looking at that, it's a little hard to tell here where the edges are of the main or older body of mag or lava that's dried up and gotten thick on top, but the outside rim here is all a lot fresher material. Nice pork steak. Okay. Ribs. What? You guys are barbecuing something? Okay. Anyway, this is the current picture of the caldera. There again, you can see the lava pond. The toe is not so visible in this one, but you can see Pig Island, and you can see the big cracking all the way around, and it looks like it's cracking even more. So this is the old area right there, and it seems to be getting smaller, and that is just something I'm noticing. And from that crack onward, this is a downward slope, and then this is all one level again. So the outside here is definitely lower in level than the center area, which has uplifted, and it did not go back down. If it did go down some, we're not sure of how much, but it hasn't really gone anywhere since it did its uplifting. Looking at the other picture, that one didn't turn out, and that was still from the first. I don't know if that camera is broken, and that is what it kind of looks like. So I'm not getting any data from it, and that was their thermal from yesterday. So I'm not sure if the thermal cam is working, and it says that is from today, 11:28 a.m. Hawaii Standard Time, and very hard to see, but our primary vent is right about there, and that's that little hornito, and then we should see the lava flow in here, but we're not seeing that. So that is kind of what it is. Hello people just joining in. What did I miss? Juliet, welcome, and thank you for renewing your membership. And you missed the 4 pink elephants that came out of Sakurajima. No, I'm kidding. You didn't miss anything nasty. Not yet, anyway. 4 pink elephants, I think, are good. Anyhow, we'll leave that. And that is pretty cool. Okay, it is break time for me, so I am going to go take a break, you guys, and we'll get some more lava flowing for you, and let's see if we can fix that up real quick. There we go. For those good people who have not yet hit that like button, please do consider hitting the like button. We're only at 67. We're shooting for 100 here, and we're way low. I do understand it is the holiday weekend just about everywhere in the world, especially in North America, where Canada is still dealing with its Canada Day leftovers, and of course in the US tomorrow is the 4th of July, so long weekends for everyone. Anyway, for those good people who haven't hit that like button, please help us out, and let's see if we can push that up a little bit more. Would really be awesome. It's the easiest and most economical way to help out the stream. And also for those others who are new, and if you have not yet subscribed to the channel, please do consider subscribing if you feel we've earned it. And just a quick gentle reminder, this is not a dating site. Unless you want to date a chunk of lava, you guys. But that is all cool. And who's leaving? Alba Girl's leaving. And take care if you're leaving, Alba Girl. And on that note, I'm going to go take a break. Don't go away, you guys. Hit the like button, subscribe when you need to, and enjoy the lava flow. October 17th last year, Cumbre Vieja Volcano, La Palma in the Canary Islands. And I'm your host, DrFox2000, here in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, taking a 5-minute breather. Don't go away, more to come. Thanks. welcome back, everyone. I'm your host, DrFox2000, and you are watching VolcanoX live stream. Thank you, everyone, for being here or sticking around. Glad that you're all on board. And just writing down here, Kevin Haynes renewed his membership. That is excellent. Thank you, and really awesome. Okay, thank you, Sue, for the welcome back. I do appreciate that. And let's see. Sharon Stewart says, I can hear you and Dr. Fox. What? I can hear you and Dr. Fox? Okay, if you can hear me and Dr. Fox, does that mean I'm two people? Is there an echo? Echo. Echo was in the building. And thanks, Gura and Kevin, for the welcome backs there as well. So very cool. And thank you. Honeymoon to Ragnar. Way to go, Juliet. And congratulations there. And that is all great. You're in stereo, Doc. Oh, wow. I'm glad I'm in stereo. All four speakers. Just kidding. Typo City. Okay, careful with the typos. Finger on keys, right? No, that's all good. And let's see, where have we gone? We have gone to, we went to Hawaii, didn't we? But we didn't have a look at Hawaii earthquakes or anything like that. So we're going to do that next. And I'm going to pause this midstream here. Look at that, the power I possess to stop it mid-flow, and gravity, everything is stopped. That is just so awesome. And anyway, so back to this guy, and we actually want to pop onto this map here and take a look at earthquakes that happen in Hawaii over the last about 24 hours or so. Anything big, we'll definitely know about it. Of course, there's your Hawaiian Islands, and most of everything looks like it is located here on the Big Island again. And we do have some interesting quakes, and nothing really major though. So zooming in a little bit more, we'll run through these real quick. The only two out in the water that are newer, 1.8 from 1706 yesterday, and this one from yesterday as well, 1804. We may be running into a lot of that, and there's the new one, and that is only 1.9 magnitude. But that did happen at 15:06 this afternoon, Hawaii time. Looking at the other ones here, 1.8, 8:52 a.m. this morning. And this guy here, 2.2 from today at 7:22 a.m. Looking at this guy, 2.6, a little bit bigger, 1:36 a.m. And then we see this little guy, 1.7 yesterday, 17:36 as well. And this guy here, 2.2 and 13:18 Hawaii time today. And that is pretty awesome. Let's have a look at this guy right on the road. 2.3 happened yesterday, 18:56. Let's grab this straggler over here. 1.9 yesterday from 23:24, and that's kind of what we've seen there. Looking at this one here, 2.0 yesterday's as well from 20:53. Let's just grab these little guys down here. 2.6, 3:03 this morning Hawaii time. And we'll move up 1.8 there from 1:47 a.m. We have this guy here, 2.2 from 9:43, or sorry, 9:47, my bad. Why does it keep zooming in on me? 2.1, and that one was from yesterday, 23:26. And then we have these two here, 2.2, 1353 today, and this other guy is 2.4 from 2:32 a.m. So that's those guys in the Pahala area. Let's move over a little bit. We see one off in the water here. Not sure, a little straggler all by itself. 1.9 came in at 1:38 a.m. and that is just about 40 kilometers down. By the way, the ones over here in the Pahala area, the reason I don't give depths is because they're all basically between 29 and 35 kilometers down, and that is kind of the norm for that area. So if you are thinking that I'm just being lazy, well, it's kind of just the way it is. They're all the same depth. There's no sense in if one is 33.6 kilometers down and the other one's 32.2, it really no big difference. This one is 40 kilometers down, 53 minutes after midnight, and that is when that happened for that 1.7. This guy here, 2.3 from yesterday, 23:59 is on the clock for that guy, and that actually shows minus 0.7, so that is meaning 700 meters above sea level. So it's well up into the land here and happen at a higher elevation. Looking at these two that we didn't see, 2.0, 1:42 a.m., 7.7 kilometers down, and then we also have this one here from 13:06 and 7.5 kilometers down. Kind of takes care of everything. This is, of course, Mauna Loa, and over here, Mauna Kea. Those are those two, and then when we go over here, this is Kilauea, and this is our wonderful Kilauea volcano that we always look at. Now, this picture is a little bit older that USGS is using on their map, and that is because they haven't updated anything. It would look a lot different right now. That crater would be a lot fuller than what you're seeing here. So that's kind of it. You do see Pig Island there, but yeah, and that should be a pretty good hint. Pig Island is a fair size here, and that whole Big Island is kind of a big round thing now. So that would be a pretty good indicator of this is a lot older than we think. Anyway, gonna zoom out. We'll take a look at other earthquakes around the world and just have a quick peek. I don't think there was anything that was really devastating or anything like that. So we'll take a peek, looking at North America first. We did see a bunch out here, more activity in Nevada and those places. We're seeing here a 2.5, that was 2.6 kilometers down. Here's another 2.6, 3.5 in near Eureka, and that one is only a 0.2 of a kilometer down. Makes you wonder what's out there. Is something going to pop? Are we going to have a volcano? Would be interesting and neat and nice to see, and have one in North America. Would be pretty awesome if it was a friendly volcano, that is. And let's look at some of the other stuff here. Going down the coast, looking at what we've got here, 4.5 in Chile, 115 kilometers down. This 4.6, 141 clicks down. This one, 13:21 was the time. The other one, I forgot. I grabbed the time. That was yesterday, 16:52. And I hear the lawnmower guy going. And, oh boy, I hope he doesn't get too close here. Anyway, 4.6 on this one in Chile from yesterday, 1950, 110 clicks down. One more down there in Chile, just off the coast, 19 kilometers down on that one from 10:45 a.m. looking over here in New Zealand and Tonga and pretty much that whole area, including Australia, we're not seeing any quakes. So Kermadec Ridge, pretty quiet and stable right now. Looking at the Indonesian areas and the Philippines, of course, we do have here this one 4.3, 73 kilometers down from yesterday, 2106. Then there's a 4.8 from 11:55 a.m. 165 kilometers down. And we also have this guy here, 174 kilometers down, and that was a 4.6. And this one be very close to Luolatok. Not sure what the other ones are doing, but we're not seeing too much there. We do have a couple stacked here, 4.9, and that was from 11 minutes after 6 p.m. last night, and then their time, that is. This one from 4.8, 1810, so a few minutes later, and 9.6 kilometers down. Looking at the old stuff here, of course, that's 6.0, and the Philippines a few days back, and nothing else major showing up. Earthquake count is 1942, so that is a pretty, well, I wouldn't say normal. It's a little low, still 150, 200 low, 250 low than average. So looking at some of these 5.3 in Myanmar, and then we have up here a 5.3 up there as well. Not sure what that location is. Garginstan? I'm not sure if I said that right. Yeah, it's okay. I'll leave it alone, and that is what we're seeing. So nothing else. Looking up at the top of the map, don't see anything else. Down here, this stuff at the South Sandwich Islands, South Sandwich subduction area is quiet. We did have this guy out here, and I kind of thought of Sue when I was looking at that, going, hey, Sue, you had a 4.6 in Prince Edward Island. Did you feel it? And anyway, that's the wrong Prince Edward Island. The one that I was referring to is actually, where is it? It's got a big bridge going to it. Anyway, I'll leave it alone. Pretty awesome, though, to be able to see that. And just I'm joking around a little bit. Okay, that is down there. So, yeah, too far from me. All right, no worries. Okay, so let's take a look. And of course, I scared Yvonne. Because she's going on her holidays. I told her there was a massive quake there in La Palma, and everything is ruined, and she can't go there now. It was a 1.1. Anyway, looking at the map here, we don't see anything major going on. We do know that there was one up here somewhere, but it wasn't too big. It might have been this guy. No, that was further out. Okay. Will it show it to me? Yeah, there it is. And that is 3.5, and that's actually considered part of the Azores. Azores are over here, and this is in towards the continent, and there's Portugal right there. So that is what they had, 3.5 out there, 26 kilometers down. Happened yesterday at 03:32. But let's get to La Palma, since that's what we're looking at here in the Canary Islands. We do know about this guy from yesterday or day before, a couple days ago anyway, just on the edge of Tenerife. But let's zoom in here, and of course, there's the big earthquake that I told Yvonne about, and yeah, she kind of freaked out. I'm kidding, because I told her it was only a 1.1. 8 kilometers down, and that happened today at 3:12 a.m. And that is just about in the plumbing of Cumbre Vieja, is what I would call it to be. So that's what we see there. It really isn't anything major. It's there, you guys. So all good, all fun. A quick peek at our volcano map, and I am going to refresh that one. So we are up to date. That way we are not going to miss anything if we do have something go on. Anyway, Iceland, we only have Astra showing, and Seo Jorge in Spanish, or Seo George in English, or either way, but that's what is right there. It's not doing a darn thing other than a few quakes now and again. Michael Volcano still down on the bottom. Everything else looking pretty much the same around our wonderful ring of fire. Still missing the big chunks. We need one or two volcanoes here. I think we need one in the US and one in Canada. That would make it look really cool on this map, don't you think? And that would be more of a ring of fire. And if we zoom back in a little bit, we don't see a heck of a lot. They are showing some, a new quake here. And these are 18 minutes ago for that one. They weren't on the map, so that's a 4.5 showing that it is in New Zealand. It's Kermadec Ridge is where it's located by the appearance. 33 kilometers down. Happened at their time 06:25, and they're saying on the 3rd. That would technically be the 4th in their time, not the 3rd. But hey, I'm not here to bug anybody about that. Okay, and also another one. So 19 minutes ago 4.8, and 18 minutes ago 4.5. New stuff, and that's all right. Looking at everything here, everything looks to be about the same, and nothing really has changed here at all. Going up, even Japan, Suwanoshi-jima and Sakurajima, there are the red ones. And then, of course, we have Chikorachi, and don't confuse that with a Spanish name. That is Russian. And Ibiko, and then, of course, Karimsky, and Bazimiani and Chevalish right in those areas. But they are pretty much holding at bay for now, doing their normal stuff. So no new volcanoes, and we do still have Mayat and Old Doño, as well as this guy here. And speaking of this area, remember we were seeing a heck of a plume come off of here. And yes, indeed, it's the same scenario as what we have in Australia, where they have big coking plants working. And I did actually have that loaded up on one of the other maps, and I'll see if we can figure that out later. I may show that, but that's what, in addition to the volcano, that is what is giving us all the SO2 in this ere. Ale still doing her thing, and then of course going up. Etna, Volcano, and Stromboli, and then you got Campi, and you've got Mount Vesuvius also right in there as well, and that is still considered to be active in a way. And nothing else for volcanoes, no new ones, so we're going to leave that map be. We're going to pop over to our weather map and our SO2, and I believe we'll do the SO2 first, and there we go. I'm going to refresh this guy because we like fresh maps. And okay, I'm going to get rain on Tuesday. All right, that's okay. looking and seeing what we have in North America. Alaska looks like it's got some SO2 in it, and not too bad. Most of Canada looks pretty darn clean, except for Edmonton, and of course the other little hook here, that is Grand Prairie or Hinton, and they have pulp plants down there, so that's what that is coming from. Sliding down a little bit more, we see the stuff from Mexico, Popocatépetl, as well as Mexico City. Some of that is just starting to drift up and into Texas. Looking at what we have along here, and I do believe Bonnie is the name of that storm, that is right there. We'll see that pretty quick here when we get to the other map, but that is causing our problem of visibility in Central America. Down into South America, we see Colombia is got some heavy wind pushing that out into the Pacific. We move further down the coast, that wind goes the opposite direction and blows back over the continent and pushes it out into the Atlantic. And again, we have Sabancaya there, which is responsible for a little bit, but we also have a lot of smelting plants and things like that in Chile, since there are a lot of mining going on there. And let's zoom back in over here, and this is a little funny. Not sure what's going on here, and we're going to have to find out, because we wouldn't have a big plume like this coming from just this would be a White Isle volcano in New Zealand, or just on a little island north of New Zealand. And then of course the other volcano is Ruapehu, who is just about where that camera is. So I'm wondering what that is from, because Tofua is out here a little bit further, and I'm wondering if we have another volcano popping open here somewhere, or is this just schmutz from something else? And that is kind of a real neat thing. Maybe our wonderful what is it, Hunga Tunga Hunga Hapai has broken loose and done something, given off some more gas. I'm wondering. Those are possibilities. Anyway, seeing here Melbourne, that area got a little bit of SO2 down there, not very much, and not so bad from the coal coking plants north of Sydney here, and a lot of mining going on. And of course this is Vanuatu and Yasur doing its thing. Sliding up a little bit more, we have some of the other volcanoes out there in Papua New Guinea doing what they do. Luolatok doing this little bit. This would be Semeru, this would be Merapi, and this is Krakatoa and the city of Jakarta, making those plumes. Sliding up, this would be Ibu and Dukono doing their thing still. I'm not sure why we have kind of a separation there. I don't believe there's any other volcanoes on the other island. Maybe that is just extra stuff from days ago, or that's slipped across. I'm going to have to check into that as well. We do know Bulusan is right about here, and it is still off-gassing, causing some of that to come up towards the main city area there in Manila. And then of course we also have Taal, a volcano out there doing its thing. Still don't know much about these guys out here and their Japanese volcanoes, but they are there. And then of course industrial stuff coming from Taiwan, sliding up a little bit more. Suwanoshi-jima being responsible for some of this, that is drifting up there. And then we also have Sakura-jima up here doing its thing as well. This plume from Tokyo City, heavy, dense population, so you're always going to see that. and some stuff here from our wonderful volcanoes that we mentioned earlier here. So Ibico and what was the other one? Boy, oh boy, those names elude me very quickly. Anyway, Karimsky and the other buddies here doing that little bit of a plume. Not seeing too much coming off of the ones from Alaska, so pretty cool that way. China still doing its thing. Same thing with India. Here you've got Saudi Arabia and that area, Iran, and so on. And they've got quite a bit of schmutz going on there. And we do have RTVE would be somewhere around here. So hard to tell how much off-gassing there's. And yeah, here, this is the volcano, as well as a bunch of mining that is going on there. And I think I did have that lined up. And that's somewhere right around here. So I don't think I had it perfect on the spot, but that is this area. Where is that big mine? There's a really, really huge mine out here that I was looking at. Anyway, it covers several hundred acres, and it is just huge. This might be it here. There it is. And Twangiza Mining SA, and that may be one of the culprits. That is a fairly large area, you guys, and it is an open pit coal mine. That's what they're getting out of there. So that is kind of what I figure is going on in that spot. So not 100% sure if that's where it's emanating from, but hey, that's pretty darn close. Zooming into Italy and that area, of course, we see Stromboli, Volcano, and Etna doing their thing. It looks like Stromboli is giving us a little bit more SO2 as well again, and that is interesting. We'll have to maybe try to take a quick peek at Stromboli. We don't see too much in Spain or Portugal, France. A little bit of SO2 in Germany, not bad in Holland and Belgium, England, Wales, Scotland, Ireland clean as a whistle. Getting up into Denmark, starting to clean up tiny bit down in the southern portions of Sweden. We get up into Norway and Finland, all clean and no SO2 as per se. So that is kind of the SO2 wrap for today. Moving on to our actual weather map, we'll have a quick go at it, and let's redo that and get a current map up and running. And there, yep, they call it Bonnie, and that is that storm. Here's the other one that is off of Japan, kind of in between China and Japan, and that's Airy. So Bonnie and Airy. Those are both, I don't know if they call them cyclones or do they call them typhoons out there. But they're both storms, and they're big. Anyway, looking at what we see up here, still 28, 29 degrees, 30 degrees in some spots up here in northern Canada. This is unreal. That is absolutely crazy temperatures, you guys. That is really unseasonable. And you know, I do understand it is summertime, but wow, a big difference. And you know, even the you can definitely see the Mackenzie River going through there. Pretty awesome. Pardon me. But even some of the areas here in Alaska, that's just crazy. Super warm, and hopefully it isn't causing too much damage to the permafrost, which I think it is, because we've got so much of it up there that is being melted right now. Anyway, it looks like we've got a high pressure zone right on top of Edmonton, or just about. We do have some nice temperatures out here in the prairies as well as British Columbia. A little cooler in the high mountains here close to Vancouver, but that's okay. Sliding over high pressure zone sitting on top of the little boot here in Ontario, and of course looking at the cutoff line for the warm temperatures just in Quebec, and they've got some cold happening there. Now, East Coast still a lot warmer, so places like Nova Scotia, Prince Edward Island, and Newfoundland keeping warm, sliding down into the southern areas. Hey, Piggy is here, and welcome, Mark the Shark, and let's see, who else popped in? I don't see anybody else. Oh, Banana Puss, welcome, and I think we got most of you. Anyway, U.S. looks like it is quite warm in many places. Texas looking very awesome. Same thing, really hot in Arizona again, and the bottom end of California, going all the way down into the Baja of California. Sliding down all the way into Mexico as well, Cancun area, and the Yucatan Peninsula being very warm. Sliding down a little bit more, we go into Colombia and Venezuela. They're still holding some super warm temperatures, back up to hot temperatures in the Amazon, and that is pretty nice. And we see our cutoff line roughly about here, still in between Sao Paulo and Buenos Aires, so kind of dipping here a little bit, the inland stuff, but cool down here. Yes, we do see some of those temperatures, -6, -7. I seen a -12 in there, and -10. So yeah, definitely wintertime down there, you guys, and it is something that you don't want to have to deal with. Zipping over to New Zealand. Hey, there's kids out there screaming. Don't scream, you'll scare me. Anyway, looking at South Island of New Zealand. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 degrees, 7 degrees, warmer in some spots up to 12. Not that good, and yeah, I heard that, Dave. Dave, that wasn't you, was it? Anyway, Northern Ireland doing all right. I'm just envisioning Dave screaming like a little girl. Yeah. Hazy Eagle, welcome. Glad to have you on board. And don't mind Dave there. He's just screaming like a little kid. He must have seen a grasshopper or something. Tom Caruso also in here. Welcome back, Tom. Anyway, northern end of New Zealand looking a little warmer. They've got that high sitting in here that might be helping, but I don't think it's helping for the South Island at all. Looking over at Australia, Tasmania, anywhere from 0 to about 10 degrees Celsius, depending on where you are. Looks like down 10, 11, down on the very south, which really is confusing when we see a 0 up on the northern end. Okay, hang on, the South Pole is down here, guys. Okay, Melbourne. Leo Carlson, are you in here? It is 7. He's probably frozen to death. 6 or 7 degrees in Melbourne, and I hope Leo warms up. We do see it is very cold in Australia, definitely wintertime. So yep, make sure you dress your 6 white boomers really warm, and they need that. Sydney looking a little bit better at 16 degrees. And sliding up to Brisbane, they are only at about 9-10 degrees, looking at what we see there. I'm starting to really see up here, what was it called, the bay, or Gulf of Carpenter or something, whatever, Carpenter Gulf. Anyway, that is looking like a really nice place to go. New South Wales is expecting bad flooding. Ooh, Tom, that's not good. We don't want anyone having bad flooding, and that is unfortunate. Zooming out a little bit here, we do see warm Indonesian, Malaysian, and Philippine areas, same as Bangkok, holding at 26, 27, 28, depending on where you actually point the little pointer. And that's what we've got there, looking not bad. And as we slide up, we do take a look here, and we see that storm, and it's sitting right on the southern end of Japan, probably right over top of those wonderful islands that we were trying to look at, where Suwanoshijima is. And it's no wonder we can't see it, because we have a big storm sitting right on top of it. Japan not looking too bad, still holding temperature. A little cooler on the Kamchatka Peninsula, but we do see that they also have some inland heat going on here, which is really kind of interesting and nice, possibly causing some issues for them. Looking at what we see in India, pretty normal for this time of year. Same thing with that would be Pakistan, and then you'd have Iran over here, and Iran, something like that. Yeah, I think that's what it is. Iraq and Iran and Pakistan. And then, of course, we've got Saudi Arabia, UAE, and Yemen down here, and that kind of thing. So that's what we're seeing there. Pretty hot in those places, and getting here into the very hot. And this is where it gets a little crazy. Some of these things are 40 degrees. It's evening time, guys. The sun has pretty much gone down in those places, and it's still above 40 degrees Celsius, and that is pretty wild. Looking at where Piggy is located, and she is over here on Cross Island, and nighttime temperature for Piggy 26, 27 degrees Celsius, depending on exactly where she is. Well, at home, but I don't know where exactly the temperature is there. So 26, 27, pretty close. And looking at what we're seeing here, Mount Etna, a little cooler up top, but pretty awesomely warm in most other places here in Sicily, as well as when you get into the boot of Italy and going up the sides. Most places are really nice looking. So Italy is doing really well. Temperature-wise, Spain looking pretty awesome as well. Going up into France, not so bad. A little bit cooler up in the north and out near the coast. Looking at Germany real quick, and we see some awesomely nice temperatures in there. That is really good. A little cooler out in the western portions of Europe, and well, Germany anyway here, same as the Netherlands and Belgium, and Luxembourg is a little bit warmer since it's sitting in that heat, but most of it a little cooler there in comparison to the rest of the areas. Still not that bad. Looking at what we've got here, Ireland, they're getting bombarded with that heavy wind coming in from the west. 12, 13 degrees, that's not that bad, so could be worse. And of course, same thing, a little bit cooler here in Wales, only 10 in some areas. Most of England about 10, 12, 13 degrees, getting up into Scotland, a little bit colder. And we'll slide over here, Denmark, not looking all that great right now. And by the way, again, I do want to reiterate that our thoughts and best wishes go out to all of the people from there, Copenhagen, had a shooting in Fields Mall, and it was kind of a bad thing. And hopefully, well, they arrested the 22-year-old individual who did it, and I don't know. Personally, I think the guy is nuts, but whatever. Still don't like any of that, but thoughts go out to those affected by it, and hope everybody fares well. Looking at Sweden and Finland, they're looking pretty darn nice, but Norway, cold in the bottom and warm in the top, which is really confusing. Zipping back out from there, let's get into Greenland, or sorry, Iceland, and now what we're seeing here is we've got this low here messing with our jet stream, or our Gulf Stream, that is supposed to be bringing that warm air into here and delivering it into Europe. It's not doing so well, but we do have some warmer temperatures on the western side of Iceland, and a lot cooler on the eastern side. So that's what we're seeing, and some pretty nice temperatures, 8, 9, 10, pretty normal for Iceland. Seeing some of this 11 degree stuff, a little bit warmer than usual in that sense, but we do still have some of that cold air blowing over the eastern portions as it's being drawn down, and they're not getting that warm air that is part of that Gulf Stream. So that is what we're seeing there. Quick shot again, our big storms. We've got Eri over here by Japan, and that is sitting there. Not sure. Suwanoshi-jima would be somewhere around here, one of these islands, and then of course Sakurajima is over here. So this is kind of right in between everything, South Korea, Japan, China, and that's what we're looking at. So and then over on the other side, Bonnie is this storm, and it's just off of the coast of Guatemala and Mexico, and that is where that is sitting. Let's take a look at precipitation around the world real quick, and of course first thing that I kind of look for is my equatorial storm, pretty much intact, a little chopped up here in the Indian Ocean, but we do see it going across for the most part. Looking at North America, and right away we see all kinds of little systems everywhere doing all kinds of different things. So lots and lots of different little, I won't call them microcells, but I'm going to call them small storms all over the place. And when we zoom in, it is really evident down here in Florida and the southeastern states in general. A lot of stuff going on, and even when we look at northern portions of Texas and going into Oklahoma, and then you see that there, some stuff here in portions of the eastern part of Arizona, going up in Nevada and heading up into Colorado, and going up even as high as Wyoming. And then you've got this stuff sitting at the southern end of Alberta, cooking here into Montana. So we're going to see a bunch of stuff really messing with Yellowstone pretty soon. And boy, that does not look like very nice weather here in British Columbia, or even around Spokane, and that is nasty, you guys. Hopefully that won't be too bad for them. So that is what we've got there. Then we've got this thing sitting off the coast, and that can be wreaking havoc with a lot of other things as well. Isn't there a big storm off of Sydney, Australia? No. Well, there is, but we'll get to it. Let's continue with what we're doing here first. South America, There's Bonnie here, and looking at the top portions of Brazil, and then we've of course looking at Ecuador, top of Peru, Colombia, Venezuela, and those areas. And they still have their normal normal storms up there. And going down into Chile and Argentina, we see that stuff being hit. And yeah, winter, I tell you, is what they've got. Sliding over a little bit. We do see some other systems out in the ocean. Looking at what we've got here in New Zealand. Right now, New Zealand is getting a wind, but being spared some of the heavy rains and stuff like that. And speaking of Australian storms, yeah, you have this low sitting out here. It's not right into Sydney. Well, it is coming into Sydney, but it's not sitting on top of it yet. We'll see where that ends up going. That may end up getting pushed out a little bit yet, depending on how much this guy here, if it moves this way, this may move down a bit and kind of just cause some problems. We're not sure yet what's going to happen here flow-wise. This could even end up flowing over top of southern island of New Zealand. We do have that big high sitting down here underneath Australia, and that is probably not helping either. That needs to move a bit to help draw this guy away. Seeing all the storms here in the Indonesian area, Malaysian and Philippines, not good. India, wow, lots of storms. Everywhere's got storms, and here's that other big storm here we talked about earlier, just southern end of Japan, and really dumping some big time rain in those areas. All the way up the coast, though, looking, we do have a system out here near Russia, the Aleutian Islands right here, so we are seeing some of that. And then we do have this sitting out here just off of Alaska. Zooming back over a little bit, we do see, like I said, Indian Ocean, pretty nasty looking, and our equatorial storms going across the middle of Africa. Now zooming into Europe a little bit, not seeing anything over here in Turkey or Greece or Italy as far as storms. We do see northern portions of Spain. So Barcelona is probably getting some rain right now. Southern portions of France, and then of course we do see Switzerland has got a pretty nasty storm in it. Northern portions of Germany are going up into I guess right up into Sweden, and nailing Denmark in the process. That is what we're seeing there. And then of course Norway. You know, the more I look at Norway's weather, I'm really not wanting to go there. They've got some pretty cold weather and some windy stuff right on the coast, and but I'm sure some of those fjords are beautiful to go into, and would be pretty awesome. Anyway, we see that not so bad. So they've lived through many of other ones, and seeing Ireland, not very much rain, and Irish monk should be happy with that. We do have up here in Scotland, they've got quite a bit of rain up there. Wales and most of England being fairly dry, and here's that darn low. That is coming down onto Iceland, and that is nasty. We don't like that. Hey, Justine, I never seen you pop in here. Isn't there a big storm off of Sydney? Yes, Tom, we covered that, so I hope you got that, and would be okay. And I think that is just about it for storms around the world, you guys. We do see a lot of stuff that is a little out of place. And yeah, this one here, I agree. This could be nasty. And again, this depends on what happens here, the way this flow is, because we've got that high sitting there. We've got this little low here. This is actually a high, because let's see, yeah, high, it circulates this way, right? Low, the opposite way. So I don't know, or is it different down under? Anyway, that is, it's just like your toilet. Does it swirl the other way around? I don't know. I'm going to leave it alone. Pretend I didn't say that, you guys. Never mind. And we're going to zoom back out. Let's take a real quick peek for our coldest spot on the planet. And without any hesitation, we already find minus 75 degrees Celsius. And that is right in there. So that is pretty darn cold. And I'm looking for anything colder. And Sue says minus 75 is what she found as well. So that is probably what we've got here, Sue. And yeah, 75. And yeah, I found two spots with minus 75. Oh, minus 76 on that one. And we see it right there. So minus 75, minus 76. You're not going to tell the difference between 1 degree for sure. Like I said before, anything. What? Do you miss the song from Men at Work, Land Down Under? I don't miss that song, but I know of it. Anyway, beautiful to see that lower temperature. Yeah, Sue, it's not really a game to see who wins. You got to bundle your penguin up no matter what, and that is important. So just remember, you guys, your penguin, when you send them out to go play in Antarctica, you make sure you bundle them up. It is very, very cold, and that is what we're seeing. So that is too cold, way too cold, you guys. So again, on our map, big thing, a storm off of the coast of Mexico and Guatemala, as well as the storm down on the bottom end of Japan, that is in towards hitting China as well. And then you've got that nasty system off of the coast and hitting Sydney. So hopefully they won't get too much rain down on the bottom there, and these guys will be okay with what they see as well. And that is it, you guys. So thank you, everyone, for being here. If there is anything that... oh boy, I turned that off. It came on again all by itself. I've got gremlins, you guys. There's gremlins in here. And I need to fix that. I want to go there. So we're going to finish off. And thank you, Dr. Fox, for the stream. You are welcome, Piggy. And thank you. And hopefully you got your passenger from the airport without any issues. And that is all good. It happened. What? It happened. It had to happen. Okay. It had to happen. The gremlins did it. All right, you guys. Be good. Be kind. Take care, everyone. A big thank you to Metal Omi 54 for starting it out. And that was a 1995 super chat. Sharon Stewart did the same, matched it. And same as BMAT William. Thank you, guys. You guys are awesome. I really do appreciate those super chats. And thank you, Tetra, Juliet, and Kevin for renewing your memberships. You guys are awesome. I really do appreciate each and every one of you. And I just want to throw in here, there are people in here who just simply can't afford to, throw anything into the pot. And we understand that. We get that. And don't worry about it in that sense. If you give me that thumbs up, that is support. If you make a comment, positive comment in the chat. That is support. That's the kind of thing that helps us out. And if you make it here and do that for us, that's what we want. So just remember that and keep that in mind. So all of you are very much so welcome, and I do appreciate each and every one of you, and that is absolutely awesome to have all of you here. And yeah, Justine, I was about to put that next line in there. Happy 4th of July to everyone out there, from us here, from the entire Lava family. So please have yourselves a wonderful 4th of July, you guys, and please enjoy it. And also want to say thank you to the wonderful moderators, Arizona Snowman, Piggy, C&D Boy, Lucas Snow, and Joseph Fields Official, and possibly Gary hiding in the background as well. Really do appreciate it, you guys. So thanks for being here. And we'll wrap it up with my wonderful stuff here. Be good, everyone. Take care of yourselves. Enjoy tomorrow. If you're in the U.S., 4th of July, lots of fireworks. Be all cool and happy, and keep smiling and play nice. And most of all, please make sure you tell your loved ones that you love them tonight, for tomorrow is never promised. I'm your host, DrFox2000, here in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, and this has been VolcanoX live stream. We'll see everybody tomorrow. Tomorrow's Monday. The stream will be on at regular time tomorrow evening. Today is Sunday, so it's 3 hours earlier. Tomorrow night it'll be back to normal. So, weekday times. And all right, take care, be good, and I guess happy 4th of July, oink oink, and good night, everyone, oink oink.